For a console, the Xbox One has some serious designs on the living room. TV set-top boxes can be plugged directly into the console using something called an HDMI pass-through. This allows the console to control the set-top box and its features and functions, and depending on the country you live in, the Xbox One can access a host of on-demand TV and movie services for download and streaming of HD content. Under its rather 80s-looking plastic skin lurks an 8-core processor, 500 gigs of storage and a Blu-ray player. In terms of raw power, it has slightly less graphics processing grunt than its rival, the PS4. We don't yet know if this will make any difference to games in the long term though. Unlike the machine it replaces, the Xbox One has been designed with the Kinect motion sensing device in mind from the ground up. And the Kinect itself has undergone a number of improvements. It's now a lot more accurate. It can recognise a far greater number of points of articulation in my body, which helps with the accuracy. And it's this device that really puts some clear water between Microsoft's console and its rival from Sony. Thing is, it's no less tiring than the previous situation was. When you sit in front of it, the Kinect recognises you and logs you in. And here we're greeted by the console's user interface, which, unsurprisingly, has a very Windows 8 feel to it. The Windows 8 layout might frustrate on PCs, but makes quite a bit of sense for the Xbox. It's clear, simple and very easy to navigate. One intriguing feature, which has been carried over from the old Xbox and Kinect onto the new, is speech recognition. The user could say a limited number of words at the device and it would recognise and react to them. The newer version of that, well, it's got a much, much larger vocabulary. I'll demonstrate here. Xbox, go home. And you can open up almost anything on the home screen simply by talking at the console. Xbox, Fast 5. Call of Duty Ghosts. Interestingly, the console deals with multitasking surprisingly easily. Apps can be added to the snap bar. Open the bar up and snap pretty much instantly between those applications. As far as the games are concerned, visually there's some pretty obvious improvements. There's now a greater number of lighting effects, and dust and particles are plentiful. Overall, there's just more detail in all the on-screen images, and the graphics feel smoother and slicker, as you'd expect from a brand new home console. Could some of the Xbox One exclusive launch titles exist on the current generation of machines? Possibly, but they certainly wouldn't look anywhere near as pretty. I suspect, though, it's going to take developers quite a while to get to grips with the power of this new console and create a truly next-generation experience. There's a lot of discussion about the future of TV in the living room, on-demand services, downloaded games and movies, web browsing from the sofa controlled with the wave of a hand, all with the user's voice. The Xbox One combines all of these elements right now. The question remains if developers and consumers will embrace Microsoft's vision of entertainment in the living room or one of its rivals.